YouTube's happening. It is Friday, October 3rd. We're talking college football now. We are in week 6 already, and we have 45 games going on Saturday and 5 games happening today. So we're going to focus on all those games in this video. We're going to break them all down, stats, spreadsheets. You know what we do around here. So you see all the games before you. It is a busy slate. There's some good matchups too we're going to break down. Good stuff. You know I can't cover every game, but I'll cover as many as I can though. So if you want the rest of the games, you're going to have to go see the spreadsheet, check out the HQ. Simple as that. So let's recap last week, because last week was a damn good week. Let me pull this up so I can see the results from last week too, just so I know the numbers. ECU crushed, absolute crushed Army. It wasn't even close. Virginia won outright. They won outright. This is going to be a theme you see in this sheet right here. TCU +3 pushed. That's fine. They pushed. They lost by 3. That's a push. Pushes or wins for us. Hey, you don't lose money, you're good. Houston did not cover, but whatever. Notre Dame almost hit the over by themselves, because Notre Dame did work. Duke Syracuse did not, because I did not expect Duke's defense to be so damn good. They just shut Syracuse down. I thought the backup QB would be a little bit better than he was. Yeah, no, he wasn't. Boston College, I'm done with them. They have lost 2 now that they should have. They were at home. You lose to Cal? What are you doing? You should have. No. Mississippi State +7.5. Beautiful stuff. That was a nice cover right there. Under 49, missed by like 5 points because Iowa State decided to put up 39 points themselves. Crazy. And then the 2 fun ones, Oregon and Bama +3.5 each. Love those right there. Both of them outright winners on the road. And then Scar, they did work. You saw that they crushed Kentucky, because Kentucky's just not that good. We just know that. And then BYU did not cover. They only won by 3. So what can you do? Overall, that's a damn good week, isn't it? It was a good week. So if you want the plays typed out for every single sport, or you want access to the spreadsheet so you can do your own research for every game there is, go check out the HQ. Simple as that. So see, this is all last week numbers. So yeah, we have 50 games to cover this week. So there's a lot going on. So let's strap in and let's go ahead and jump to that first game right now. Let's jump into it. So, you know what we do here. We look at the lines first, we look at the spreadsheet. Then it's college. We don't do many props in college because, one, many people can't do props. If you do have them, like me in Florida, only way I can do it is if it's in the DFS format where I got to pair 2 together, which that ain't fun, and I hate doing that. I'm a straight better. That's what we do here. So I'll show, like, only way we're going to do a prop is if there's a massive disadvantage in one category where it's like, yeah, that guy might go over his total. So props are mainly for the pros, so, and it works out great there. So, but we don't need props at college. You saw that, how well we did. So let's go ahead and look. Friday, 5 games. Let's do these real quick, and then we'll jump to Saturday. Starting off, we got Charlotte and USF, the Bulls. It is a 28.5 line, 54.5. I'll show all 5 of these since they are Friday games. And we'll just see, am I going to take any of these? I have no damn clue. So let me go and pop over here. First game we're going to pick is going to be Sheffield. Charlotte has not played a road game yet. It is week 6, guys. What are you doing? There's like 6 or 7 teams that have not played a road game. It's like, what? How do you make your schedule like that? Hey, whatever. First road game sucks. I'm gonna tell you right now, especially to a place like you're 1-3 go on the road, and only problem is South Florida can't stop the pass. Ooh, and Charlotte can pass the ball. Ooh, that ain't good. That ain't good. 95-71. But Brook sheet. That be that. Ugh, I don't. That ain't good. Third down. Now, who have you played? See, then you got to start. We're getting that point of season where you look at numbers like, who have you played lately? I want it to where it pops up and it shows like your recent opponents. I want to add that eventually, but we ain't got that far yet. So, schedule. I can just pull it up if I'm really curious. Which, I mean, when you're playing in the conference against a bunch of similar opponents and you're 1-3, which means you're not that good. So, this one I'm not going to touch. I'm sorry, it's 28 for a reason. I could even see Charlotte keeping it within 28.5 because they're going to throw the ball a ton, and South Florida can't stop the run. Stop the pass. Stop the pass. Hell, Charlotte, who have you played? I'm actually kind of curious on Charlotte now. It's a road game, but 28 is a lot of damn points. Let's go to the schedules real quick. Pop over here. Come over here and look. Scroll down, scroll. We got App State. You lost home. Rice. Okay, you're losing oh God, you lost North Carolina. You barely beat Monmouth. Oh yeah, never mind. South Florida might put up 50. They might put up 50. All right, they might put up 50. I ain't touching it though. Not a chance. Let's go back. I can't do that one. Western Kentucky and Delaware. Delaware is still an FCS team on my mind. They've always been an FCS team on my mind. Just like James Madison and all them are still FCS teams. Don't care. So Fighting Blue Hens are favorite at home. What the hell? What's going on with? Huh? 61.50 total. What? Let me look at this nonsense. You played a road game at least. You play at least 2 road games because you got halves in here. Good stuff. Oh, you're 1-1 on the road. I have records. Ha, I forgot I did that. 43 vs 112. Yeah, Western Kentucky can throw the ball. Delaware is going to struggle defending that. You can't stop the run, but you're kind of average running, so it's not the big deal. It's 19th in defense, first 37. All this kind of levels out. I see why it's 2.5 now. It absolutely makes sense. People are going to bet on Western Kentucky because they know Western Kentucky versus Delaware. I don't want nothing to do with this because there's 50 games. I ain't betting all 50 games. You lost your mind if you think I'm betting all these games. I'm going to bet like 15 tops of these games. So, yeah. But I'll show Friday. I'm not touching this. Have fun if you are. Let's move on to another game. New. New Mexico, San Jose. What? I mean, if this was Saturday, you wouldn't see it. But it's Friday, and you know what I do on Fridays? I show you. So, we got, what is it? 2.5 for San Jose. 8.5. 58.5. Cool. Let's come down here. Anything possible we can look at. Both teams cannot stop the pass. That's the first thing I see. New Mexico's 3-1. Not bad. Not bad. 1-3 for San Jose. You can run. You can defend it. You can't run. Yeah, defend it anyways. You can pass. Ooh, San Jose is going to have a puncher's chance. Absolutely, because they can throw the ball. You can't stop it. You're average at throwing. Third down, this all matches up. If I had to pick because they can't run, but they can absolutely throw the ball. I would lean San Jose because even if you're down, as long as you can throw the ball, you're always going to have a chance to win. Just always have a chance. You put Iowa or Army or somebody that can't really throw that well and put them in a hole, it's done. A team like this, you put them down 14-0, they can tie it up soon because they're going to toss that tater around. So I would lean San Jose, but not put my money on this. Ew, no, disgusting. Let's move on to another one. No. Colorado, San Diego State. Colorado State, San Diego State. Feels Colorado would be different, probably. I might want to play that one, but not Colorado State. What is it? San Diego State right there. Got it. Let's go ahead and bounce over here. What we got? Oh, my eyes. This is a defensive battle. Look at that. 13 points, 17 points, 18. Holy shit, these teams are bad. You're combining for 31 points total combined. You both can't throw the ball. You both defend it. What's our total looking at? 40.5. Under? Absolutely. The defenses are just nasty. Nasty defenses, except for third down offense. You're just, yeah, you can't do anything. San Diego State's terrible offensively. How are you 3-1? Who the hell have you played to be 3-1? That is, I got to see this. I got to point and laugh at this. Hold on. Let me come over here and point. Come point with me. Let's go look. San Diego State, who have you played? Schedule makes it easy this way. Stony Brook, Wazoo, Cal, you beat 34-0. The Cal, who just beat Boston College on the road. And then 6-3 battle with NIU. What the hell? What the hell is it? Look at the passing yards. 110, 186. Oh my God. Oh my. Good Lord. Ugh. Under 40. If I can get 42, I'll take under all day in this one. I don't know if they score many points at all. Let's go for it. Under 40.5. I'm adding it. You see the numbers. Look at these numbers. You have to play this one. Under 40.5. Sure. I only put 1% per play. Remember this. 1% of the bankroll on every game. That's all I do. We don't do crazy here. We're trying to build a bankroll, not trying to get rich with a lotto ticket overnight. There's plenty of places you can do that here. That ain't what we do here. We build bankrolls here. That's what we do. So move on from there. We got one more game to look at because Friday's rough. And that's all we have. We have one preseason NBA. We have like 5-6 preseason hockey. And then we got one WNBA game. No baseball, no NFL. What a rough day for sports. Rough. West Virginia, BYU. So now we got an interesting game. We got some bigger teams playing. So let's see what we got. 4-0, 4-game win streak, number 23 ranked. And we're hosting West Virginia, who is all over the damn place, really. Let's keep it real. Rich Rod's having a kind of a rough start to his tenure out there. So, yeah, stuff to start to the year. So can't score and can't stop the defense. You're getting outscored by 19 points a game. 20 points a game? Damn, dude. That ain't good. You can't throw. They stop that. This cancels out. That cancels out. This versus. So BYU can kind of run on them. BYU is a 19-point favorite, though. They can't do anything on third down. They're going to shut that down. BYU's number one in the nation in turnovers in the last 3 games. They have not turned the ball over once in the last 3 games, which means they had a turnover game 1 and not the last 3. Their defense takes away. That's good stuff. Yeah, BYU's better, but is BYU 20 points better? That's the question. So Like their defense is shutting teams down. West Virginia might not score any points. That's the thing. West Virginia team total under might be a thing. BYU should do work here. They squeaked out a win last week, so they know what to do. They're at home now. Elevation, different type of mountains with Mountaineers. Let me take BYU. I'm okay. I'm down. BYU might just do work. It might be 21-0 in the first quarter, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, I should have took that. Yeah, I don't want to do that. The first three games are kind of cheeks. Let's be real. They are cheeks. The last two, well, the under's a cheek, absolute extra cheeks, XXL cheeks. BYU, I'll take that. So that's Friday. Let's move on to Saturday. Okay, so we did Friday. Now we have Saturday. On Saturday, we have 45 games. You saw the screen, you saw the sheet, all the plays, everybody. So we're going to roll through all these games. If there isn't a line, it's because we're playing FCS. We're at the time of the year where there's not many FCS games. That's usually start of the year and then the last couple weeks. So middle is just all conference play usually. So we get to see a lot of that. So we should have lines for every game. So, but I'm going to roll through. If it's not interesting or anything, or if it's a massive blowout for some reason, nah, we ain't doing it. Sorry. So let's start off. Come down the list. First whole week is Clemson, Carolina. The battle of the trash cans. Oh my God. Let's just pop that bad boy up right now. Let's go ahead. I got to do this one. Got to do this one. Clemson, Dabo's like, I don't care. Fire me. I'll go somewhere else. Bet. You don't care. Carolina's like, well, I don't know. Well, Bill ain't running the team. We know who's running the team. We know. This team. I hope we get They should put Carolina and UCLA in a bowl game. That would be hilarious. Oh, that would sell so many tickets. Let's see. You can't throw the ball. You can't run the ball. Your defense is actually playing decent. You're not giving up points. Clemson is just as bad. Yeah, except they're even. They can turn the ball over. They're 1-3. Clemson's 14.5-point favorite on the road. Not a chance I would touch this. Clemson has the talent to win by 40 if they want to. But do they have it? No, I don't know. No way I'm touching this game. You lost your damn mind. You think I'm touching this game. Army, UAB, both teams suck. Let's just keep it real. They do. Nah. Let me put little lines on here so I know who I'm not playing because I want to make sure. Make sure I do this right. Boop. Wait. That's right there. Boom. Got it. There we go. There we go. Because what I do is I do the video and then I go and make all the bets. So that's how I do it. I take my spreadsheet and then while the video's processing, which takes forever on YouTube, I pull up the phone and go bet. So that's why. Let's see. Where we at now? So that was who was that? That was Clemson. They're not in order on my sheet, which is annoying. So I got to pay attention to it now. Okay. So Army, UAB is trash. We know that. I'm not doing that one. Air Force, Navy. It's a military game. Yeah, it's a military game. I'll show you, I guess. Here, I'll even pop up UAB real quick. There you go. See it? UAB's fourth in passing? The hell? If they were like worse, I might take UAB. But look, see, look, strength v strength is this and this. Look at that. UAB can't stop the run. Army but Army's not like the typical Army team. This game's trash. Let's keep it real. Strength v strength. That's going to, hell, over might be the play here. Hold up. Wait a minute. Defense is trash. Offense is going to, give me like a 40-something over. It'd be great. 57.5. In an Army game? Nah, I'm good, fam. I'm good. I'm good on that one. We're going to Navy now. Navy. Air Force. Look at yards per pass. 1v2 because they only throw deep balls when they do throw. So rushing 11th for Air Force. That's it. 101. There's your game right there. 3v101, 11v43. No, that's it right there. 3v101. This is Navy. Now, Navy can't throw. Doesn't matter. Air Force can't stop it. Hell, you could go out there and throw a touchdown. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. This is canceling out. Other than that, Air Force has the worst third down defense in the country in the last 3 games by a long shot. 66% allowed on third down. How are you so bad on third down? Navy all day in this one. Navy 12.5. I'm taking it. Navy is going to rout Air Force, I believe, in this one. 12.5. Absolutely. Naval Academy. Thank you very much. I will take 12.5. And we shan't move on to the next one, which is going to be what? K-State Baylor. Yep, we'll take a peek at Baby. Let's see. Baylor, right there. Got him. What's the line? 5.5. Yeah, that's cool. Nothing crazy there. Baylor, you can squint your eyes a little bit. You can see who's better. So you gotta do squint, and you see a lot of green, yellowish colors. Red. K-State, why he can't throw, I don't know. He's gotten worse as a thrower this year than he was last year. Like, I don't understand it. 5.5 yards per pass. You're throwing screens and you ain't that good. You're throwing slants. You're throwing in the flat. What are you doing? You're terrible. You can't stop the run either. Oh my God, Baylor. Baylor, what, 5.5? Baylor. See, we look at this and we go, what? What makes sense? Yeah, Baylor. Baylor's going to run it down K-State's throat. They don't even see it coming because they think Baylor's going to throw a bunch, which they're probably going to try. They're going to realize quickly they can't because K-State's defense is actually pretty good. But Baylor should run it down their throat. So Baylor, what, 5.5? And they're at home. And there's a theme. Remember I said there was a theme. There's a statement I've been saying almost every day and week here that people tend to forget. None of the announcers want to say it either. They keep picking games, and it's like, oh, because this. It is hard to win on the road in college. You have 18 to 23-ish-year-olds going out there. Most of these dudes have never played in front of more than 10,000 people. All of a sudden, you stick them in front of 85,000 screaming people. They shut down. They don't know how to do when it's loud. They don't know all the signals and everything. You get a lot of false starts. No one talks about that. It is the hardest thing to do. Home field advantage in college football is so big. Yeah, the spread is like, oh, it's worth 3 points. Nah, fam, that's worth like a touchdown or more sometimes because depending on who it is, it's on average like 3 points. But yeah, I don't care. Yeah, this is Baylor at home. Absolutely. Let's see, move on from here. Moving on. And what do we get? Iowa State, Cincinnati. Iowa State on the road at Cincinnati. Well, I mean, that should be Iowa State still, right? Because sometimes you get teams that's like, okay, you're so good, you should be good. But if the spread's like 15, no. That's the game Cincinnati might win. That's just how that works. Home field matters so damn much. Where we going? Cincinnati? Am I blind? I am blind. I'm not blind. I might be blind. Okay. There it is. Found them. See? Look all the Cincinnati logos. There's a lot of them. So here we go. Number 3 passing team in the league in the last 3 games. Cincinnati 361 versus 43. That leads Cincinnati. 71-02. That leads Iowa State. Iowa State can't run the ball. They shut it down. They're a little bit better here. This is a close matchup. Why? Oh, it's Cincinnati 1.5. Never mind. I was thinking Iowa State be favored by a good bit. No. Cincy favored against number 14. A lot of people are going to take Iowa State, and then Cincy might win the game. I'm not touching this one. The line tells you right there. Cincy 1.5. Not a chance in hell I'm touching that. Boston College, Pitt. I told you I'm done with Boston College. Not a chance. But Pitt, I'm curious now. You piqued my curiosity. Pittsburgh right here. They both can pass. They both can't stop the pass. Okay. Neither one can run. That's damn clear. So they're going to do a lot of passing. And Pittsburgh's doing better at passing with the dude from Bama. I can't remember his name all of a sudden. Olsen? No. What? No. Can't remember his name. Whatever. Then we got Boston College. I told you I'm done with them. They're so bad on third down. They're so bad. How are you 30% on third down? That's trash. That's a 3-game average. And you're a little bit worse than your season average so far. Oh, I can't do it. No. We only take clear-cut advantages that make sense here. That's not it. We got Kentucky, Georgia. This Georgia by 20.5. That's it, dude. All right, that's suspicious. That's weird because people are gonna be like, you can't throw, but you can't stop the throw. We said last week, Bama would throw all over Georgia, and they did. But they can't run it. You can't run on Georgia. Bama showed that. You cannot run on Georgia. They are very good at run defense. That's what you're good at. So that means they're going to shut down Kentucky's already painfully iffy, mediocre offense. Your defense is Then Georgia's coming off a loss. And if Kirby Smart's anything like his Nick Saban, because he was with them for 11 years, Kirby's going to pull a Nick Saban and kind of light a fire under the team for the rest of the season. That's kind of what happens after a team like that loses. So I'm taking Georgia 20.5. Absolutely. Their third down's bad, but Kentucky's not going to be able to do much. And it's in Sanford Stadium. Yeah, I'm taking Georgia. Absolutely. I don't care. The line's there. Some people are going to be like, well, look at the line. Look at it. I don't care. I'm taking Georgia. I'm absolutely taking it. So UGA, 20.5. Thanks. If it should hit. It should. Well, Kirby might come out slow. He might, but he just lost. That's going to matter. I think the loss is going to matter more than people think. So let's go back to the lines. Who do we got next? Wisconsin, Michigan. Absolutely. We'll look at this one. We'll take a quick little coffee break. And let's check. What's the line? 17. Wisconsin's not that bad, are they? Are they that bad? Let's go find out. This is why we do this. Are they that bad? Michigan cannot throw the ball. I get it. He's a freshman. I get it, but he can't throw the ball. 160 yards. And I don't think it's him. It's the play calling sucks. The coaching staff for Michigan is not good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They should not have just promoted Moore. They should have got an actual coach. Moore's not a coach. I'm sorry. He is a position coach. He is not a head coach. Wisconsin can't stop the pass. You're going to get fired soon. Don't worry. You're gone. You're gonna have the best job here soon. You're going to be a fired college football coach that gets paid millions of dollars to do nothing. I want that job so bad. I would love that job. But then we got 5 or 3. You can't run the ball. They shut it down. Michigan's defense is going to be the story here. So it's going to be a lower scoring game probably. Total's 43.5. I'm going to go under. I don't trust either. Michigan's 18 points. I don't like that. I think Wisconsin is going to absolutely struggle to score. They can't throw. They can't run. They can't do anything on third down. Michigan's going to be iffy as well, but they're going to run up against that Wisconsin defense, which is actually nasty. Yeah, give me under. Under what? 43.5. Yeah, so we clear the 42, which is a key number if you're not aware. So we're going under 43.5 on this one for sure. Now let's move on to the next one. All right, coffee has been consumed. Yes, caffeine in the bloodstream. Feel it. Yes. All right, moving on. We're back to it. We got Illinois and Purdue. I realize I've showed you almost every game. Interesting how that happens, isn't it? I know. We got Purdue. The only reason I'm showing this one is because Illinois is under 10 points. And it's like, what? Where am I going? Let's see. Purdue. And we see the numbers because there's anything clear cut here. Both teams are really bad on third down defense. So we're going to have a lot of longer drives just because of this right here. They cannot throw. They cannot run. They can't stop the run. They can't stop the pass, but they can kind of throw. Both teams can kind of throw. That's all we got. They both can kind of throw. And they both can score on third. So Michigan's going to throw more. So this could hit the over. This could be a higher scoring affair, especially with defenses. 55.5 sounds tasty. It sounds like my first gut when I see these numbers, when I see you can't stop defense on third down, you can't stop the pass, and you pass that well, over 55. And 56 is a key number. So over 55.5 sounds good to me. I'm down. Why am I taking so many plays? I don't know. The numbers are looking good, aren't they? They're looking kind of nice. I think they're good. Yeah, I'm taking over 55. Let's go back to the list. Back to the sheet. And let's keep going. Ohio and Ball State. No. UTSA Temple. No. Wake Forest, Virginia Tech. Just so we can point and laugh. I mean, Virginia Tech's already fired a coach. Like, come on. I'll show this one because it's 2 big schools, but Wake Forest is making their first road trip of the season. That's never good. That's a big disadvantage already. So, and then Virginia Tech, they got new motivation since they fired Pry. He's gone. So they look at them. The numbers aren't bad. I like when they fire early in the season because you give the interim a chance to show out. And if he keeps on doing this, because they're 2-0 since he took over, yeah, he might keep the job because now people are going to like, it's Virginia Tech. Go get Shane. Beamer ain't going there. He already said he doesn't want to follow in his daddy's footsteps. He ain't doing it. So, and if you keep doing this is a 3-game average, and that ain't looking bad. It ain't looking bad. Wake Forest is Virginia Tech 5.5. Everything's too close. There's like nothing really screaming take a side. So I don't want nothing there, but I would, if I had to pick, if you made me pick a side, I'm picking Virginia Tech just because I think they're playing way better now under their current interim head coach. Moving on, Western Michigan and UMass. No, not a chance. Okie State and Arizona. I mean, how does Okie State respond? How do they do without Mr. Gundy on the sidelines now? I need to know. I need to look and point. Now, these numbers can be skewed because anytime we have, like, my God, I didn't know they were that bad. They should have fired him man last year. Look at these bad. Look at this terrible 14-44. Yeah, when Tulsa comes in and whoop your ass, that ain't good. You can't let the little school in the state come in and whoop your ass. You're supposed to be one of the 2 big boys. Now you're on the road at Arizona. Arizona lost. They got bent over a barrel last week themselves by Iowa State, though. So, but still, you can throw. They can't stop it. This is Arizona by what, 21? It should be Arizona by 21. But then you do have the weird anomaly that happens when a fired coach happens. I mean, to me, Gundy might have been an asshole. People might have hated Gundy, and all of a sudden you get one of the coordinators becomes the interim. The players are like, okay, all right now. You've seen it plenty of times. Look, we just talked about it, Virginia Tech. Look, new coach comes in, bam. Look at that. We might have a resurgence, but I need to see a couple games first. I can't. We need a Virginia Tech-like performance, not whatever the hell this is. Look at this. This should be Arizona by 20 and a half, though. But do I trust Arizona to beat? Can Arizona beat anyone by 21? I don't know. I lean Arizona, but I'm not messing with this because the iffiness with the Okie State situation, and I don't think Arizona's good. So, personally, just don't. So, move on. Virginia and Louisville. All right. That one is a 6.5 for Louisville. Absolutely. Look at Louisville. Well, how are they not ranked? I get Virginia's ranked because they should be, because they're doing pretty good, but how the hell is Louisville not ranked? How? See, they need to remove the A people and give it to people that actually do stuff. Like, give it to Vegas. Let them be the voters because they know more than these AP voters. They don't even vote. They don't even pay attention. Look at this. This is 2 top 25 teams. Only bad thing is Louisville does not care about running the ball. They just can't. But Virginia does. They care about a lot of things. And we just saw another question was, in college, remember, you got 18 and 22-year-olds. Now, what do you do when you have a team who just knocked off a top 10 team at home? You had the wildest field storming of all time, ever, because that was a wave of people. Has anyone checked on Squirrel White? I don't think we still found out where he is. I don't know. It's been a while. So, because that man got trampled out there, literally, because good thing he had pads and a helmet on. So, how does Virginia respond? Because usually when you have something like a big, massive win, the next week, it's hard to get right back up to that level of just, you're up there again. No, you're like a little lackadaisical. You're like, oh, I already won. We're good. All of a sudden, Louisville punch you in the mouth. Louisville wins by 20. See, Louisville, that's why they're favored, 6.5 points at home. That's why it matters. See, people are going to see the number next to Virginia's name, Virginia. And then why did they lose? That's why. So I'm not touching it. No, too close. Too many situational things. Oregon State, App State, not a chance. I do not give two singular shits about this game. Boise, Notre Dame. People are saying Boise might win this game. Again, we're talking road. Boise's going to in the middle of the Midwest. Like you traveling. You going to Indiana. Come on now. What are we doing? What are we doing here? People are not taking into account road games for college kids. They're just not taking. I don't know why they're not. They should be. They're not. They're not. It just annoys me so much. 13 v1. Yeah, Notre Dame can't stop the pass. Boise's been passing the hell of the ball. Sure. Is this going to be a game? Sure. They can run. They can't stop the run. Now, the quality of opponents Boise's play compared to Notre Dame is not the same. So, Notre Dame by 20.5 does kind of make sense. But then again, I kind of lean Notre Dame. I kind of lean it. But then again, I kind of lean over too. 62.5. They're combining for 100 points a game. Look at that. Two of the top 10. When you get two top 7 teams and 63 points, the defense for Notre Dame is not what we thought it was. This might, because even if Notre Dame goes up by 14, even in the fourth quarter, Boise is going to continue to throw that ball. They're going to continue to throw it, and they're good at it. And you can't stop the pass. Over. I talked myself into it. Oh there. Where it be? Notre, right there. Got it. Over 62.5. That's a key number too. 63 is a great number for this. So 62.5 over. I'll take it. Let's move on. Where are we at now? What's that? Bang. Let's see. Oh God, Vandy and Bama. I have seen everyone's opinion on this game, and I have laughed at half of them because I saw the spreadsheet for this game when I made the spreadsheets this week when I updated them, and I just clicked on random ones just to make sure they look correct. Let me just sit back for a second. You see what I see? You see it? You see it? Yeah. Number 4 passing, 106 pass defense. Team on the road is going to suffer a little bit because they're on the road usually. Look at Alabama last week. They were at Georgia. They looked amazing in the first half. They looked like dog shit in the second half because Georgia's defense stepped up. Because guess what? It's hard to play on the road, especially for a whole game. Everyone named mom is like, Vandy beat him last year. Vandy beat him. It was in Vanderbilt, you dummies. It's hard to win games on the road. Bama lost to Oklahoma 24-3 last year on the road. But yeah, they beat Georgia on the road this year because, yeah, it happens. Oh, well, that's a Georgia thing. They're at home now. Look at the numbers. They can run. You can kind of run on Bama. Now, is Vandy going to be able to run? That's a different size. Georgia's got a little bit different type of athlete than Vandy does. Not saying they're not bad. There's not the same quality. We know this. Let's keep it real. Everyone loves Vandy. Vandy's a fun storyline, but I think it ends here. It's Bama 10.5. I've seen 9.5s out there, so yeah. I know you can get 9.5. I'm taking 10 regardless. I'm buying it down. If I can get 9.5 again, I will get it. But I'm taking Bama by 10 because I think Ty Simpson is going to have another 300 plus passing yard type game. I can see that. Yeah, I said last week in the video, I said he's going to throw for almost 300 on Georgia. He threw for like 280 or whatever it was. So yeah, we're taking Bama by 10 absolutely at home. Bama minus 10. We're taking the 10 for sure. I just don't think Vanderbilt can keep up. I'm sorry. Pavio's a fun story. I get it, but no, sorry. It's hard to win. I'm gonna say it like 1,000 times. Playing on the road is hard. It's hard. But if anyone in Tennessee, yes. Some of these people get paid to do this job. I swear, they overlook the simple things. Keep it simple. This is common sense stuff. We've got Syracuse, SMU. SMU by 17. I guess we got to look at it as Syracuse. And say, well, let's look. Okay. All right. Moving on. SMU. Where are they at? Right there. Got them. Damn. Now this number is. Do we trust this number at all? We saw what happened last week with Syracuse. Do we trust it? 57 feels manageable because both teams are so bad. Like the defense didn't get hurt, the quarterback got hurt, so they still can't stop the pass. But you have a perfect opportunity to go because somebody's terrible in SMU pass defense. 57.5. I took it with Duke last week, or do I just trust SMU 17.5? I think Syracuse is going to be a little bit better this week, and they have a much better opponent than Duke because Duke defense looked amazing last week. I don't think SMU's defense is going to look amazing when it comes to passing. So over 57.5, we're taking it. We're trusting another Syracuse over. Watch out now. Right there. Yeah, so over 57.5. Got to go for it. Got to take it. Moving on. Boom. Bang. Bada. And yeah, FIU UConn. No thanks. I'm passing. Texas, Florida. This is a fun one. Like, what is that? Texas 4.5, Florida plus 4. You know why it's this, right? Say it with me. It's hard to win on the road. Yeah, you know it. Yeah. People are gonna see this and be like, "Oh, Texas is better. Texas. What did I lose?" That's why. Florida sucks. Yeah, they probably do. Yeah, you're right. But it's very hard to win on the road in college. I will say that 1,000 times. So, anyways, let's see. Yeah, Lagway cannot throw very well, but yet some dumbass team's going to make him a first-round pick, and I don't know why. And they're going to get like, "Why did I lose my job?" Because you picked a dude who can't throw, be a quarterback in the first round. Stop it. He's going to get shut down because he can't throw. They can't run the ball. Texas got some big boys up there in the middle. We got a lot of beef in that middle, so good luck running the ball. You can't run the ball. Then you got the third worst third down offense in the nation. You can't do anything. You're going to punt a lot. People say, "Oh, Texas is a trap. Texas is a trap." I don't think so. I look at everything. Yeah, everyone's focusing on quarterbacks. They look at Arch. They look at Lagway. That's all they're looking at. Yeah, it's hard to win on the road. This line should be 15, probably 14, 15, 17. It's 4 because it's in Florida. And people are buying it down. Remember, this was way higher earlier. So here, let's go look at the game lots real quick. I could show this. Let's go bang. Public betting. Yeah, you can see stuff now. People always show this stuff, and I get it. I show it too because people want to see it. But where do these numbers come from? And then you get the people that talk about the sharps. Why would a sports book, tell you the sharps? Why would they tell you this? Because they want you to bet the other side. The book's goal, the only goal of a sports book is to make money. And the best way to do that is to collect all the juice. And that's from taking both sides 50%. That's all they care about. No. So I'm taking it. I don't care. I don't care. If Arch is who everyone thinks he is, which he has not been so far, this is a game you should win by at least 7. The spread's 4.5. I'm taking Texas 4.5. I don't care. So I look at the numbers and we see Florida should get shut down. They're going to get shut down. The offense is not going to do much. This game might be 14-7 final. What's the over-under? 42? Texas could win by 30. Could happen. Texas, Florida, take a Tex. Minus 4.5. That is a gift. I don't care what anyone says. Oh, this is Florida. No, don't care. Do not care. Pass. Oh, pass. Texas. Let's move back over here. And you know what? Let me get some more coffee. Coffee. Love it. I don't know how people survive without coffee. If you don't drink coffee, what's wrong with you? How do you do it? Because I can't do it. I need it. Anyways, back to this lovely stuff, man. I have some very strong stances this week on the games. Interesting. I'm either gonna be really right or really wrong. So, but hey, it ain't me. I follow the numbers. The numbers tell us a story. So, keep her moving. Central Michigan, Akron, Eastern Michigan, Buffalo, Mac. Maction gets you will get the spotlight when you start playing games on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. That'll be in a couple weeks. Right now, sorry, I don't care. Miami, Ohio, and Northern Illinois, nope. James Madison, Georgia State, nope. La Monroe and Northwestern, no, I don't care. Northwestern 11, Northwestern sucks. Let's keep it real. Penn State, UCLA. I gotta look at it. Oh, I gotta look at it. It's hilarious to me how bad UCLA is. Like they are so. Oh, Penn State first road game, huh? Penn State offense. Drew Aller, not the answer, maybe. Um, yeah, but they almost beat Oregon. They did. But look at their numbers. They're 3-1. They're still ranked seventh for some reason. I get it, whatever. But I mean, when are we going to understand? I said in the video last week, I faded Penn State because Franklin can't win the big game. He just can't. His record versus top 10 opponents is what 4-21 now. How are you that bad? It's like you're not. Penn State is such a problem. How are you going to get a better coach? Because he's up in one of the top coaches, but he just doesn't have that quality to win the big games against the other top coaches. So you can't get anybody better. Feel for Penn State fans sometimes because of that. You're stuck with them. Sorry. But then we see here that be that. I mean, what are we looking? We ain't breaking this down. I just want to look at because Penn State 24. Penn State should win this game, but is Penn State even going to score 24 points? Because I thought Penn State would have games that pop up and pop 60s out there because, oh, Drew Aller and all this. And no. 36 points is their average. 39 on the season. What are you doing? You played absolute cupcake cookie batter for the first 3 weeks, and you couldn't get more than 30-something points a game. And then you played Oregon and put up 30-something points because you had to, because overtime. And that's the best we can do. How many points you put up last week? It wasn't even 30-something, was it? I can't remember. Hell, what? I got to go look now. I don't remember. Oh, it's ranked. Here we go. 30-24. You put up 24 points against Oregon. That's just atrocious. Terrible. UCLA penalties. 101 penalties. How are you that bad? How is you so bad? Washington, Maryland. That's actually kind of interesting. We will take a look at that one for sure. Never would have thought. Well, so Washington's traveling all the way to the East Coast, and we want to Mary had a little land right there. Equal. Massive difference. But that means Maryland can't run the ball. It means we're going to have to throw. But that's where they're at. They can't do anything on third down. They do great on third down, but they shut down third down themselves. Ooh, this is a 6.5 point line for a reason. Washington 6.5. Either team can win by 7. I would not be shot by either team. Not a chance. Nope. Michigan State, Nebraska. Nebraska by 11.5, huh? Really? Are we feeling that good about Nebraska all of a sudden, huh? Cornhuskers doing it for you? Okay. We'll see. I ain't buying it, but okay. Who hell's Nebraska? Am I blind again? Where did they put Nebraska? Oh my God. I'm out of glasses. Oh no. I'm getting old. Oh, well, look at the whole. We got some ones on the screen for Nebraska. Okay, we gotta look at that. When you showing off ones, I gotta see who you played. Because I know you played Michigan. I know that much. But who have you played? Total. Nebraska. There's no rank, so they should pop up on this there, right there. Gotcha. Nebraska, schedule. And we got Michigan was your last game, which felt like forever ago. Before that was Houston Christian and Akron. Okay, I see why. Rail is still through for 308 against Michigan in a loss. That's impressive. Okay. All right. I've seen enough. I've seen it. Yeah, I see why they're 11 now, because he's going to shred Michigan State's defense. Oh, so much so. Let's go over to the props, shall we? I know. I told you I was going to get one out there. Oh, look at Ty Simpson showing up finally. Oh, Vandy. Yeah, that's the year rank, guys. We don't do the year. We do last 3. So let's look for games. I just pointed up. There he is. I knew I'd find him right there. Mr. Raiola, we want passing yards, and there we go. And we go 2025. This is his 4 games so far. We see his line is at 244. His average is 284. So if you like a prop for somebody, I think, yeah, because I don't think they're going to run away with it. Because look at the numbers. The defense for them rushing is not great. Pass defense, sure, but I mean, it's this game. They can't stop third down either. Oh my. Nebraska 11.5 makes sense now all of a sudden. This makes a lot of sense. They can't stop this. They're going to shred this. That be that. Yeah, this is Nebraska play. This is absolute Nebraska. Oh, did not expect that, but okay. And EV minus, I almost skipped this one. I almost skipped it. So Nebraska 11.5. Let's take that. Move on. Another one. Going, where are we going now? Kent State, Oklahoma. There's not even a money line because of a 45 spread. Okay. Texas State, Arkansas say no. Coastal, Old Dominion, no. Texas Tech, Houston, yes. Put it on the board, yes. Houston, way down yonder. Way down yonder. Right there. Got it. 2v16, 75%. Nope. Nope. Only difference here is Texas Tech run defense is actually pretty good. They're both in the green when it comes to third down stuff. There's no difference here. The spread is 12.5 though. This could be it could be Houston could keep this one close. 12.5. If it was 14.5, I'd probably take Houston, but what's the over under? 51. For some reason, this feels like it should be a higher scoring game, but the defenses have been pretty nasty on both sides, so we're going to leave it alone. We already have a lot of plays. I'm not chasing plays to chase plays. Now, if I make a parlay, like a time slot parlay, I'll probably take everybody in the time slot and just pick who I like and throw them in there. But for straight bets, because that's 1%, no. When I do parlay, I'm talking like $10 on a parlay, $20, 5, whatever. It depends on how big the parlay is. But a straight bet, no. UNLV Wyoming, no. South Alabama Troy, no. Florida Atlantic Rice, Owl v Owl. The Owl matchup, interesting. Miami, Florida State, there we go. I knew there was another big game coming. Miami, Florida. Oh, we're almost done. What? First Miami road game. Interesting. On the road at a rival. Ask Alabama how hard it is to play at Florida State. They'll tell you. Of course, you ain't got to worry about like humidity or anything because both teams are in Florida. They understand it. We know this here. And it's like mid-80s this week, so it's like nothing crazy. So everything's green. We see all this number one rushing versus 1v8. Cancels. Turnovers, maybe. Can Miami stop Castellanos? That's the main question I would have. Beck's going to throw a lot, probably. And then versus that defense. What's the line? Miami 4.5, 54.5. Ooh, this is hard. There's nothing standing out. The only thing I see is Florida State 4.5. I almost think Florida State could. It's going to be loud as hell. You know the place is going to be loud. It's going to be loud. It's Miami's first road game. That's a big key that no one's mentioned. But me, I like something's telling me to take Florida State. Something inside me is telling me to take Florida State, just because Miami's had very cushy because remember, Miami plays so far away. They play at Hard Rock, which is nowhere close to their stadium, so they don't fill out the stadium. You don't have a full slam stadium of Miami fans. They don't have that. It's not a thing they do. So their first road game is going to be extra hostile because that place is going to be slam packed with a lot of screaming Seminole fans. So this screams field. Doesn't it scream field goal to you? Like everything's so close. I'm doing it. I'm taking Tommy C to do magic out there. I think this is going to be one of them games that's going to be 24-27 final. Maybe. Something like that. So we're going for it. We're going to go with FSU plus 4.5. Oh, that feels weird to cite, but hey, I'm doing it. I think that first road game scares the absolute shit out of me. So we're taking it. Let's move on. From there, Colorado TCU. Sure, right back to it. Right there. Who's playing quarterback for Colorado? I have no clue this week. Do you know? Because I don't know. It could be Salter. It could be the other guy. It could be the third guy. Who knows? 8v49. That leans TCU. TCU, we know Hoover can throw it, but their defense is not good. And they can't run the ball. So if you put 2 rushing, you just drop everybody back, and he's going to have problems because they can't run. But they can't stop the run no matter what they do anyway. So this is TCU by 13.5. That feels, it's at TCU as well. TCU won. No, they lost by 3 last week. Yeah. I don't like this matchup at all. I don't like that. That is already screaming like, okay, Colorado's going to backdoor you right there. No, not touching it. No, don't want nothing to do with it. Minnesota, Ohio State. Let's go look at them real quick and see. Do we want to take this? Minnesota's not bad as I thought they were. For So 3-1. That'd be that leans Ohio State. That leans Ohio State. It all leans Ohio State, obviously, but there's nothing that leans Minnesota except turnovers, and that's all pretty close. So Ohio State 24. They should by pure talent. This is a night game. This is probably going to be more of a it's 43.5 for a reason. I can see it being 17-0 at halftime, and it's like, okay, do they hold on? Do they get it? I'm going to take it. I think Ohio State has way too much damn talent to do this. So OHST minus 20.5, 23.5. Yeah, 23.5 gets me to a 24 is a key number. I can rock with 24. Good stuff. So we'll take Ohio State. I think they just impose their will. They have way too much talent on both sides of the ball for Minnesota. Sorry. That's what I think. So, and we move over to Kansas and UCF. You know what? That's a little interesting. I'll take a look at that one. We haven't done many night games. Most of my plays are early, which is weird. So let's come on down to UCF. Close. Very close. There's your game right there. UCF is going to run it down Kansas' throat. UCF plus 4.5. Done. I don't care. I mean, it's simple stuff. You see the key matchup. What does UCF want to do? They want to run. And guess what Kansas can't stop? The run. Simple. Easy peasy. So UCF plus 4.5 at home. Yeah. I shall take it. Now, game plan could, if they try to throw, yeah, whatever. It ain't me. It's on the coaches calling dumbass game plans. Ask the Rams yesterday. Look at those dumbass play calls. Exactly. Mississippi State A&M. Now, everybody and mama taking Mississippi. I've seen a lot of people pick Mississippi State, like online. I watch the YouTube stuff. I read Twitter. I see stuff like that. And I like to see people's thoughts and opinions. And I've seen an uncomfortable amount of people picking Mississippi State on the road for some reason. It's like, why? What are we doing here? Why? Because they played good against Tennessee at home? That was at home. Now they lost at home still. They lost by 7. Now they're on the road at a place where at midnight tonight they will be practicing their yells because they are a cult-like school, because that's what they do there. At midnight yell practice. These people are very, 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 very loud when the game happens. They're the home of the 12th man for a reason. Like, damn you cowbells, they'll be louder. So you can't throw defense. Those two. Yeah, that's going to lean A&M. That's going to lean A&M. That's going to be a push. That's a push. There's your game right there. If A&M can't complete their downs, it's going to be a long damn day. Penalties galore. My God, you two teams are very undisciplined. Already thinking over just because of this. Because we're going to see a lot of third downs all of a sudden. Boom, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. You're going to see that a lot in this game. That is 160 70 yards of penalties. That is a football field and a half. Damn. I'm taking over because of this right here. And we know, well, they're going to try to throw, but they suck at throwing. They're going to run, but they can stop the run. I should, with 55 and a half. I lean over, but we're not. If I have to sit here and think that hard about it, I shouldn't take it. Sometimes the best play is no play. So, and this is one of them games. So, moving on, Tulsa, Memphis. No, Memphis, 20 points. You kidding? Nevada, Fresno, no, and then Duke and Cal. Well, last game. Since it's the last game, we'll do Duke Cal. So as Duke is good. Duke 3-2. That Cal's not. Look at Cal 4-1. They can't run the ball, but they can throw it. And Duke can't stop the throw. But they, oh my God, I don't want to do this one. No, I think I'm good. I'm good on that one. Thanks. So let me go back to college. Let's scroll up. Let's look at next week. Next week's week 7. We start off Wednesday. Oh, we got some Wednesday football. Look at that. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Look at our slate. October, baby. So I might have to do like a Wednesday, Thursday video and then a Friday video. I don't know. I'll figure it out. So we have 2 here. We have 4 on Thursday, 3 on Friday. Then we got a bunch of Saturday with some interesting matchups. Yeah, so okay, I'll figure out how I'm gonna do this. I'm not sure yet. So we have football starting Wednesday next week. So I appreciate being here. Drop a like, subscribe. Let me know what you are going to play today. Let me know if I'm missing something, because hey, if you give me some good stuff, I will tell you if it makes sense. I'll say, ooh, that sounds good. So because I'm strictly stats related. I don't look at like storylines or anything like that. I don't care about that. I care about stats. So tell me if I'm missing something so I can add it. Appreciate being here. Drop a like, subscribe, check out HQ, check out Outlier, and I'll see you sometime next week for some more college football. Peace.